Hello, greetings, salutations, good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time it is for you, good that time. Welcome to the Spectre of Anti-Blackness podcast. I'm your host, big surprise there. And we have a special guest today. You know, it's been a while since we've had one of those. Hey, so you want to introduce yourself? Yeah, sure. Hey everybody, I'm the guest. Cool, good. Long time fan of the podcast. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been watching for since the beginning. Since the beginning, really. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, since you guys first started. It's I've really enjoyed it. You wanna tell the folks how you got on the podcast? Yeah, well, I knew uh me. I knew you, the host. You're the host. I am the host. Right. So I knew you, and so yeah, you kind of we watched this movie, and you were kind of like you want to get on the podcast, and so I did. Right. Actually, there was also this was an idea from another a viewer of the podcast who kind of suggested this to me. Was like, hey, how about you do this? How about you get this guy on the podcast? And that would be that would be a cool concept. So thank you. Yeah, thanks, whoever that was. Appreciate that. I'm happy to be here. Gotta say, I'm a little nervous though. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, there's no reason to be nervous though, because it's not like live. You mean like live to tape? I mean, well, no, like we're not gonna edit this. Like we record it and it just goes out directly. But there's no audience. Yeah, I'm looking around and he is looking around right now around the room. Yeah, we do seem to be alone. So yeah, no audience. Right. So you know, just talk like normal, and I'm sure the nerves will subside. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, so that maybe that's why I'm not nervous. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be. I'm fine. You fine? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into it then. What did we just watch? We just saw Nope, right? Uh, movie by Jordan Peele, one half of the comedy duo Key and Peele, who directs movies now, horror movies specifically. What does Keegan Michael Key do? I think he's mostly accent stuff I've seen. Like he's followed like the comedian route and he like does funny man stuff, I think. Oh, okay. Haven't seen any of his stuff. Yeah, no, me either. Um, but nope, this is the latest of three horror movies that Jordan Peele has released. Have you seen all of them? Get Out, Us, and Nope. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've seen them all. Uh, did where'd you? Okay, so first, did you like this movie? I did. I did like it. Did you? Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know. I don't seem too sure about that. Well, we'll get into it. Where would you rank this movie in terms of like Jordan Peele's movies? Oh, good question. I think I would go uh maybe Get Out, Nope, Us. Really? Yeah, I think so. I mean, we like just watched it, so I haven't really had a ton of time to really like gather my complete thoughts on it. Sure. But I did enjoy it better than I enjoyed Us. You want to get into some reasons why that was? Um, you want to do that now or? Yeah, sure. We're already talking about it. Okay. Well, one thing I didn't really like about Us, but you haven't reviewed that on the podcast yet, have you? You're the guy who said you've been watching the podcast since the beginning. I think you should know. Yeah, no, you're right. And you said watching, by the way. Yeah, I do that a lot. I know it's listen. We don't have a visual aspect to it yet. Right. So you haven't done Us, but uh, my thoughts on that just briefly. I don't know if you want to talk about it at a later date. Yeah, we'll see. Um, it was his movies are very odd in a way. Like I feel like Get Out was like straightforward in a sense. Though there were like some I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, me either. But it did feel like there were some like points here and there that were kind of like, what the heck's going on? Sure, yeah, that sounds like it checks out. Yeah, and what the and us was like extremely predictable. I feel like I knew what was going on from Rip. I feel like really. Yeah, no, like her being the spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen this movie, but for like her being the other one, like I feel like that was pretty obvious. Okay, so you thought it was too obvious. Well, yes, but at the same time it also was like very what's the word I'm looking for? Like cerebral or something. Like there was some stuff that just went over my head. Um like it feels like he tries to really talk about these tries to get into like these really like superficial psychological like freaking ideas, and I just can't always grasp it. I get that. That's actually been one of my issues with it. I mean, I know we haven't gotten to my thoughts yet, but that's some of my thing because it's not always easy to understand, and some stuff is kind of like pointless, and it's like everyone walks away with their own interpretations, I guess, which is definitely a type of art, like abstract, for example. Not everyone's gonna get the same thing, or maybe it'll just look like a jumbled mess to other people. Right, right. So in that sense, it's kind of like what he's doing is good, I suppose. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I don't know what's going on, and I don't really know what you want me to take away from this. Is there a certain idea I'm supposed to be taking away from this, or is it really just like do with this what you will? Yeah, I mean, to be honest though, I haven't seen Us in a while either, but I know there was like it's like the scissors and like the around the world thing. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a minute, but I just feel like I remember at the end of it being like I feel like this is like a college movie, like a student film. Really, it felt like it was a student film. Yeah, it was like I don't know, it's kind of just like I don't know, not like it wasn't professional, but it was like very basic. I get that. I get that. Um, and so what about Nope? Nope didn't feel as basic to me. Um, I also didn't really predict anything. I didn't expect the aliens. You didn't expect the aliens. What? I hadn't seen the trailers. Oh, yeah, yeah, no, I hadn't seen any trailers. I try to go into all my movies like, I don't want any information. Yeah, me too. But when they're like, uh, so mainstream and everyone's watching them, and you gotta wait till it comes out on like digital release because you don't want to see it in the theaters. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I caught the I caught the alien spoiler, honestly. Um, Someone told me about it at work. They were like, "Oh, and the aliens." I was like, "What? There's aliens?" And they were like, "Well, yeah, it's in the trailer." And I was like, "I didn't know." And that was just like a week ago, which, very sad. Dang, yeah, that sucks. But anyway, tangent aside, I did I ask you a question about that? Yeah, probably, but I don't remember either. Yeah, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. What did you like about the movie? I like Daniel. Is his name Kaluuya? I think so. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, probably. And Kiki Palmer. Oh God, I love Kiki Palmer. Isn't she great? Isn't she lovely? Yes, she is. She's so cute. That one scene. Oh my God, she's so cute. Freaking when she's sitting on the couch with the glasses. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, they're great. Um, Aside from their dad, who is out of the movie pretty early on, aside from like one or two flashbacks. There is like no other black people. I did notice, like, not a single one. I don't think. You think that's because they're in Hollywood or like? I don't know. I don't. Um, and not that that's like an issue necessarily, but it is just something that I noticed. Um, I wonder why. I guess like, and as it was going, I was like, this freaking side character. I mean, he could be black, right? I mean, but not everyone in movies has to be black. I know. I don't know. It's just something I thought about. Like, I have nothing against other people, but I don't know. I like to see more black people in my black movies. Hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a fair point. No, yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you want more black people in your movies. That's, I feel you. Yeah, it also, I'm not gonna say suffers, but also I had the same experience of like in Us, where I'm like, what the heck's going on? Like, what's this thing with the monkey? You know? I do know. Yeah, that was like, what the heck is going on? I did read one article on it. Oh, you did? Yeah, yeah, I did. Um, where he, Mr. Peele, was originally gonna call the movie Little Green Men. Really? Yeah, yeah, Little Green Men. And it's supposed to be like this double entendre for money. Oh, oh, dead presidents. Right, right. Um, and I can see that through line in the movie now that I've seen it, but I don't know if my view on it's tainted because I didn't have those thoughts before watching the movie. Well, of course you hadn't seen the movie yet. No, sorry, I meant after watching the movie. Like right when we finished, I wasn't thinking like, oh damn, money. But then I did see that article, and now I'm like, oh yeah, no, I see that money. Okay, so you're saying it's not like an original thought from your brain. I get that. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I'll bring it up anyway because I don't know what other people, if they also got that or whatever. But now that I've read it, I definitely see it a lot where like it talks about this. I guess how I'll describe it in my own words is like the the race for money at any cost. Like that's the main objective. That push, that drive. Because they really put their lives at risk in a lot of different situations. And would they have done that if they didn't need the money? You know? Okay. Yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Right. So, I mean, I'm sure that's a topic that he probably had in mind, but I'm sure there was also a lot of those going on, like maybe plastic. Plastic? Yeah, like they kill the nope, spoilers, obviously. But they kill the monster with they oh yeah, they put the freaking balloon boy in his mouth. Yeah, and he explodes. That's symbolic, right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, nothing happens in these movies for nothing. I mean, if you're gonna make a movie and if you're like I assume that when Jordan Peele is making these movies, he's very meticulous about what he adds and what he doesn't, and I'm sure like every layer. You're sure of this? What? Yeah, I mean, I assume. I guess I'm not sure. I don't know the guy, but my thoughts around it are that he probably is very meticulous about what he puts into it, and like every detail is labored over. It's like it's a labor of love. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, but it goes back to the whole like abstract. Like, yeah, that might be something that someone could get out of it, but like, is that what was meant? Right. It's like those book reports in high school when the teacher's like, yeah, so the guy, he was wearing a blue shirt because of the author's trying to say he was depressed. And in reality, the author was just like, well, I guess his shirt could be blue. Or we don't know what the author meant because, he's dead. He's right, he's dead or whatever. So yeah, what about you? What are your thoughts about it? I think it is a fine movie, and I don't think that every single movie has to be the most stellar 10 out of 10 perfect blockbuster with like these complete spectacular um uh subtle, you know, things in them. That sentence got away from you. Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, no, no, I get it. Like, it's not like The Room per se, but I feel like, some movies can be simple with what they're trying to say. And even if this one wasn't necessarily trying to be simple with what it was saying, like there are layers to it and stuff, it also doesn't have to be like the best, most perfect movie ever. Like, of course, someone wants to make that when they're making the movie, probably. Um, but I like that we're getting all these different black movies of all these different genres and all these different qualities. Like, Get Out was what, like psychological horror maybe. I could see that, yeah. Us was a slasher. Oh yeah, yeah, I call it that. And then this was just like a sci-fi thriller, I guess. So yeah. I like that we're getting these different genres of black movies. Like one day we'll be able to create like it'll be like boom. We'll have our own streaming service, just black. It'll be called Black or something. We're really black. Yeah, well, I don't know. Um, it'll only have black movies and black TV shows. And that's something that we could really fill up. And you have your favorites, and you have ones that you don't like, and some are kind of archaic in their viewpoints, and some are forward thinking, and some kind of touch on, some are political, some are documentary. It really gets into it. What are your thoughts on Daniel Kaluuya doing yet another? You know, he's American. He's a country boy. Why can't they do a? Why can't they get a me? Why can't I be him? um, I don't care. Whatever, man. Guess that's how I feel about it. Definitely, I would say I thought maybe something a little bit more when it came to like Judas and the Black Messiah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, because very important. Like that one's more like documentary, and we're talking about this as a very important African American guy. But this, I mean, who cares? People have like different nationalities and different things all the time. That's fair. I noticed that we never talked about like the political movies and such on here. You said in like one of the first episodes, you said you were gonna do that. No, you're right. I did say that. I do remember saying that. Yeah. So what gives, man? What, you want to do that in this episode here? I mean, no, not necessarily. I'm just like wondering. Okay, give us at least like a little snippet of your thoughts. Actually, I'll do you one better. I'll quote a tweet that I saw that I really resonated with. A tweet? That's not even your own words. Yeah, but I really resonated with it. And I mean, are we really gonna get into like originality here? I'll make it a quote, but like, of all, how I feel about things. Of all the billions of humans that have existed over the thousands of years, what are the true chances of you having an original thought? Like I'm sure it's all been thought before. Yeah, whatever help you sleep at night, man. So yeah, this is a tweet by Birth Marxist. Freaking March 21st, 2021. Oh, you really quoted it. Yeah, yeah. Um, Lil Baby's grim performance, Judas and the Black Messiah, and the forthcoming Marcus Garvey movie should worry us. We're in the cultural moment wherein the ruling class is openly co-opting and commodifying revolution and selling it back to us. Second tweet. They truly want us passively engaging with the revolutionaries. With revolutionariness. They want to capture and encircle our political horizons. I both liked and retweeted that. Well, yeah, but you don't have a Twitter anymore, so I don't know why that's relevant. Anyway, yeah, that's if I could summarize my thoughts on that, not your thoughts. Well, my thoughts align with that. That's how I would summarize that. He did it in better words than I could, though. You're gonna have to get off my back about the whole, originality thing. Yeah, yeah, fine, fine. I'm just a guest. Don't mind me. Um. So yeah, nope. I'm gonna give it a rating. Uh. Well, first, okay, let's start from the beginning. Get Out. I'd give a. Hmm. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna give them individual ratings for right now. this may change in the future if more come out or I watch more or whatever, what may have you. I'm gonna put all Peele movies in the 7 to 8 category. They all float around there. Uh, pretty middle of the line good, and then like pretty good. Um, I'm glad he's making them. I can't really, say I'd say they're watches. I would say, they don't like do any bad by being out in the world. I don't think like they're good things to consume. They're not detrimental to the black image at all in any sort of way. Um, I like them. I say they're watches and they're good. So let's go ahead and wrap it up here. We don't want to just drag on for no reason. Uh, do you have any closing words? Yeah, I wanna thank you for letting me get on here for doing this. I thought it went pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice to be on here, and it was nice to kind of have a dialogue, you know, even if it is just like this. Well, what do you mean? Uh, okay. That's all I gotta say. Um, yeah, go ahead. You gotta take it away. Country roads take us home. All right. And thanks for joining. Thanks for being on the podcast today. And thank you, listener or listeners, if there's multiple of you there, for doing that thing you're doing, listening. Unless you were just playing it in the background and not really listening and just like had it on, or maybe you just played it to give it another play and you weren't listening to it at all. Those are both fine too. I would prefer the listening part, but you know, if that's not really what you can or want to do now, that's all right. Live your life how you need to. My little spiel today. Um, uh, you know, hmm. Again, I don't want to. I feel like there was one where I did like the same one twice, maybe even in a row. So I don't want to retread on anything. So I'm trying to, but I can never recall what I've said before. I hope you get a burst of inspiration in any work that you do. You know, um, find your muse and like really utilize that. That's necessary. Just don't get lazy. I like that one. That was good. Yeah, you like that? I did. I'm glad I was here for that. All right. Do you have anything you want to say? Do you have any socials to plug? I don't want to plug. I do art. That's on Instagram. I model, kinda. That's on Instagram. Uh, yeah. Go to Media. I believe it's called Media as a or Miria if you don't feel like rolling your R's. Miria. It's a website shopping. It's like Black Amazon. You can go on there if you're a vendor, which is very easy to get set up on there and sell your stuff. And if you want to buy from black people, not just black businesses, because I'm not a black business, but I'm on there. That's a real easy and good way to do it. The creator of it, he's really cool. I think there's a social media in the app as well. That's great. Check it out if you can. Miirya Media. I believe is how you spell it. All right, yeah, big shout out to them. So yeah, let's go ahead and hang it up. All right, bye. I'll listen to the next one.